people in the orchestra. It's probably the biggest audience we've ever performed to in our lives. I mean, live it is, isn't it?
Yes, oh yes, quite definitely.
And please don't forget your words, please.
To belt out a number or two on the old karaoke, but the idea of us becoming classical singers seemed about as likely as winning the national lottery without a ticket. If we survived this, it would be a miracle. In 3 months' time, we had to perform in a concert with a full symphony orchestra.
How do you feel? In good voice today?
I do.
Our first nervous step into the world of classical singing was with a choir at the Royal College of Music, conducted by Quirke.
We're going to sing an arrangement of a folk song, Strawberry Fair, which you may have heard of.
I'm going to Strawberry Fair.
What's the other one? It's the other one. Not that one. It's the other one.
Oh, that's Scarborough Fair.
That's right.
Thank you.
So, if you'd like to come over here and take your positions, I'd like you to have a go at singing second soprano.
Who's first then?
See if you behave yourself.
All right.
So, would you like to stand there? So, you're Anna's singing that first. The main thing is you
music advisor to English Heritage. They were organising the concert and he dropped in to tell us what we were in for and have a sneaky listen.
I couldn't reach that last one, Graham.
Can you not do that?
No. I don't think... Pauline! I can't, honestly.
Just like
my friends came.
Okay, let's go from your cherries, verse 3.
Years ago, love.
Right, 34.
34.
1, 2. Well, it's a very tall order, and you're going to have to do a lot of work. People are actually paying to hear you, which at the moment would be difficult to imagine, even though you've done very well within a choir.
It's an open air concert at Kenwood in northwest London. Obviously, you've got a little way to go yet, but you're on the road.
Linda and I are going to be on our own, aren't we, for the actual concert?
Well, you and 75 musicians and a conductor, and with any luck, there'll be 8,500 to 9,000 out in the audience.
And what will we be doing? What are we going to sing?
You'll be singing Rule Britannia, just like they do at the last night of the proms. But it's not intimidating. I mean, I don't think you'll be scared of it. No, it's not. It's
like walking into
it is. It is exactly the same, really.
Exactly the same.
Where'd you
Going
find a
to
supermarket?
Sainsbury's, 8,000 people looking at you while you buy a tin of beans.
And a few thousand outside.
And you'll be singing with one of Britain's leading opera singers, Leslie Garrett. So I'm sure you will be totally surprised at how much you will improve. But you need to find a good singing coach to help you with basic things like breathing and developing the range of your voice and the control of your voice. And if they recommend exercises, do them.
Now then, as you breathe in through your nose this time, up you come.
We expected vocal gymnastics from a singing teacher.
And really stretch, come on, big.
We weren't expecting physical jerks, but breathing and relaxation exercises are essential, according to Tona Brett.
Your voice starts below the belt.
I don't know where that is on me anymore.
Oh, we'll find it, don't worry. You've got a friend there to help you now, you see. I mean, if you literally go, yeah, right here. Now, although there's no baby there, it's...
Don't know, you don't know, dear.
Oh, I think I'm past it, dear. Yeah. Now, you see, you're slightly holding it in the throat. There. Now, if you want to put a little H in front of it and go, ha, ha. That's better. That's better. Ha, 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 ha. Brilliant. Harmony, too. Great. Very good. But now, stop. Yes.
Pauline and I soon stopped laughing when we heard the voice we'd be singing with. Leslie Garrett performed Rule Britannia at the last night of the proms in 1990.
But she's selling it as well as she's singing it. Good on you, girl. Oh, God. The concert season in the grounds of Kenwood is a big event in the musical calendar. Leslie Garrett was keen to show us the ropes. Please God, she'd still be keen when she'd heard us sing.
Come on. This is it. Now be careful, you've just fallen over a load of drums there. That's where the timps will be. Big orchestra here. This is going to be full of instruments and people playing them. This is the woodwind, they'll be here. And brass will be up there. And then all this will be strings. Masses of strings, because it's going to be big sound, is this. The first time you walk into this kind of arena with this number of people, you are very nervous. But the first moment is the worst. When you stand here at the very beginning and you're thinking, you know, I've got to do it yet. That's the worst moment. Smile, chin up, chins. I tend to not look at the audience just to start with. And then when you start to feel a bit more comfortable and you're into it, then you can catch the whites of the rice, because the communicating is the best bit of it.
Now, voice-wise, I mean, are you born with an operatic voice, or is there a lot more in the training?
I think good voices are born. I think then you have to train them, and train very hard. I was training 9 years before I got anywhere. You have to be able to fill a big space naturally, because being mic'd up is not something that's allowed in the theatre, in operas. It's perfectly legitimate in a space like this. But also, it's not just about volume, it's about quality. As I'm sure you're finding, you've got to make the most beautiful sound you can.
Right then. This open mouth bit is very important, because you'll get good, rich, big quality. And we need a big sound for Kenwood. Rule Britannia! You see, you want space. Why don't you try? Rule Britannia!
Oh dear. We've been told that we're going to sing Rule Britannia, and what will happen there with like the verses and that? Will we all sing them together, or are we going to be different individual verses?
Yeah, we're going to do solos. We're going to do solos, Linda. I'm going to do the first verse, and then who's going to do the second verse?
I'll go first.
Which you're going to do
After you,
one each.
second, yeah.
And then the fourth verse, we're all going to do it together, and I might throw in a few twiddles. You ought to sing while you're here, and then you'll feel more confident about it. We could run through it if you like.
Maybe it's because I love London. Maybe it's because I'm a London.
Wonderful.
Hopefully we'll learn it before
nice is doing it with like someone that's really good, like Leslie Garrett. Because you're going to stand out more.
No, she's going to stand out more. Oh, don't. It's frightening.
It is really, yeah.
Are you frightened?
I'm petrified.
Yes, I want you to be as petrified as I
First I
am.
was afraid, now I'm petrified. Between singing lessons with Tona, we went to the Theatre Royal Drury Lane to get help from a friend who sang leading roles in many West End musicals, including Miss Saigon. He's our old mate from Birds of a Feather, Peter Polycarpo.
Oh my goodness.
What being here today will give you is an idea of the scale of the sort of work that you're going to have to do. Because everything will have to be slightly bigger, especially a lot bigger than television.
Even with mics.
Body language, not
Oh,
with the
no, I
singing.
see,
I'm talking about the physicality of what you do, sorry. And here, you get a much better understanding of how to carry yourself, of how to present it to the audience, of how to show the confidence in your body language to them. This song is about freedom. It's about believing and being proud of your country, being a patriot, and feeling strong against all comers. But what I want to do is I want you to lose a bit of attention, a bit of the nervousness. So let's do it the way that would make you more comfortable. We're going to have a go for it in Cockney dialect. So this is Trevor, okay? Trevor, after 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. And roll Britannia, Britannia rolls the way. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. Roll Britannia, Britannia rolls the way. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves. Roll Britannia, Britannia rolls the way. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Don't know that bit.
Lovely, thank you, Trevor. Thank you very much. Now, how relaxed that was.
Do you think Leslie will mind doing it like that?
Much, much, much better. But without the in front of it. Can you just make it as? Yeah! Oh, we're getting there.
Lovely, and now. Hang on. Okay. I mean, that was so... But the way you carried it was so much better.
Great. Right.
Can't get the breath, Tona.
You jolly nearly did. It's very important to remember to relax before you take your breath. Because if everything is tight and then you breathe on top of it, it's only going to go high.
Da, 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 da. Carry on. Wait. Now, the haughty tyrants ne'er shall tame all their attempts to bend thee down. No one is going to get the chance to subjugate
Have one over
us as a nation.
That's right, because I mark their cards well and
Absolutely.
truly.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And all their attempts to bend thee down.
Bend me down. I'll
What's-
give them bend me down.
Yeah. What's that going to do?
Give me the right hand, Pete.
Yeah. Why? Because it's going to what?
Because it's going to arouse Nigeria's flame.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And what's going to happen to them?
Well, they work their way and I renown.
Yes. So in other words, them having a hump with you
That's right.
is only going to be the worst for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Singing your own words.
1, 2, 3, 4. So think about those words.
Yes.
Right. And the and so much better than when you first started. I want you to go out there at Kennington and really sell it and give it some balls.
Kennington.
Kennington?
We can do that at Kennington. It's Kennington.
We were probably more nervous than we'd be on the big night when one of the world's greatest sopranos, Dame Quirke, invited us to give her a private performance in exchange for some tips.
That's lucky when you do that.
It's not lucky. It's not lucky because it means you've got to go back and start again. You might as well get the giggles now, though.
Right.
I think this is the best time. And then when it comes on the night, you'll be the true professionals you are, and you're going to get out and you're going to do it because you have to do it. Because everybody else there is, they're going to say, well, what are they carrying on about? You know, I remember somebody once said to me, well, why are you nervous? I'm not. And that's the big thing. You think, well, they're not nervous. Just imagine it's after interval. Guess what they do in interval?
Oh, we'll have a little drinking.
They'll be fine.
Having listened to us sing in our verses, is there certain parts that you think we should be working on more?
Well, when you start, I think you already start this way. I think it's punch it out. They want to hear the first bar. Still more majestic, shall thou rise.
She's good, isn't she? You're good. I'll tell you.
Some of the verses are difficult, no matter what you say, because I know I started in April. I sang it on the 12th of September, and I started in April learning this.
Maybe we should leave it till next August.
Why did you start so soon? It just needs that length of time.
Because when the nerves move in, everything else goes out the door. It's just terrible what happens. And you go out and everyone's cheering and they're loving you and the applause, and you don't know when the orchestra's going to start, and then it starts up and you can't hear it, and you've got to be able to cut off from everything in order to be able to just start your verse. And I made myself remember one key word in each verse, and that was my solid rock. Like in the very first verse, the azure name was such a strange word that I couldn't forget that one in the first verse. And then in my second verse, the majestic. In fact, you should sing each other's verses, and you would correct her. She would correct you because she's singing your verse and you're singing her verse. And you both learned it. So between the two of you, you're not going to miss out a single word because someone will step in. And so if you want to hold each other's hands, there's nothing wrong with that, because you'll give each other courage. And sometimes a squeeze is you've done well, so you can encourage each other all the way along.
Stupid cow. Why didn't you breathe?
But there's so many things that you can, if holding each other is the way to do it, then do it. Because you're a team.
What I'm hoping for, what would be perfect, once Leslie has started singing and we can hear what the band, how can I, the orchestra sounds like and the level, and when she's singing you think, God, yeah, this is it. And so at least you've got that time that she's singing to get into it. Like, this is me kidding myself, it helps me.
I'm just trying to sing your verse. A month to the concert, and our training wouldn't have been complete without a visit to the Royal Albert Hall, the home of Rule Britannia.
Look at that.
Sarah Walker has had the honour of singing it at 2 last nights of the proms.
It's totally unique, the sense of excitement and occasion as you walk on through the tunnels. And I love the audience here. You just look around at them, they're all dying to be entertained. They can't wait for you to entertain them. You could do anything, and they would cheer to the rafters. It is a great experience. It's absolutely wonderful.
To remember the words
They're
is
good,
almost
aren't they?
impossible,
Yeah,
isn't it?
They're the most awkward words that were ever written.
I think they're terrible. I believe one of my illustrious confederates on this platform actually had her words on a shield.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which was frowned on at the time, but I sympathised. I really did.
That's right.
So how different will Kenwood be to this? I mean, obviously it's outside and whatever.
It would be very different because you have no natural acoustic. And unlike an enclosed space, you might not hear the audience joining in as much because they'll be a long way away, and of course they're not amplified.
Now, your dress has got a bit of a secret attached to it, hasn't it, Sarah?
Yes, the prom Well, it does.
What is he going to show us? What it does?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you see, the trouble is, I do like to have a bit of music for that kind of thing.
Well, funny you should say that.
Maestro, please.
What can I say? Don't take your eyes off.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Exactly. Brilliant.
We might never sing at the Royal Albert Hall, but we wanted to look good at Kenwood.
So we went with Leslie to meet top designer David Emmanuel, who's dressed some of the world's most beautiful women, including Elizabeth Taylor and the Princess of Wales. So how would he see this trio of Britannias?
You know, do we want to be red, white, and blue?
Could be. There's the three of us.
What do you think?
I don't red.
I don't think we want red.
No, I love red.
Oh, well, you're wearing red. So we can make it quite strong.
Yes.
Red, white, blue.
Yeah, because you're blonde, you'd look good in, and you've got a nice tan, so you'd look great in white. Now, I'm not being rude, but presumably you're going to be a mummy soon.
Yes.
And so are you concerned that I camouflage the bump in your tummy, or are you not fussed about it?
If it's at the cost of something looking not that nice on me,
Right.
with you trying to hide the fact
Yeah.
I'm pregnant, then let's not try and hide it and maybe make something of it.
What about legs?
I'll shave them on the top.
She normally shaves the front.
Actually, if it's long, I don't think so.
Honestly.
No, do you mind showing? Do you like showing your legs?
You know, because otherwise, you know that stuff where you have to put on when you should have that all at the front of her legs.
No, like legs. Sorry, serious conversation. In the fashion world. Sorry, Dave.
She's no fashion guru.
I'm not a fashion guru. I was going to say, my legs ain't too bad.
Got a lovely pair of legs.
But having said that, everybody pregnant now, they usually blow up like barrage balloons.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering if we made you sort of like a loose top, and then perhaps with the skirt, we could just slash it to sew, perhaps to the knee, and then you can show some leg. You see, something like that.
Do you give a shoulder pads then?
Do you see what I mean?
It's really lovely.
Do you see? So this is all loose, and tons, gallons of fabric in there, right? And then, so you, if I just keep the démonté round the top, right, and keep all the focus on there, and then the only other focus you've got when you do move is you've got a leg showing. Right, Linda, what are we going to do for you?
She's got terrible legs.
Oh,
She has got terrible legs. Billy
I've got good legs for a footballer.
Oh, right.
She's got great legs.
Such a goblin.
I think we should, darling, keep you soft, white and pretty. And I'll find this fab chiffon from Paris. And you can look all pretty and cheekbones and lips and something like that.
Oh, look. That's really
Do you
nice.
think? But loose and gauzy. I think I want to keep it quite clean around here. Soft sleeve. And then really coming out. And you, darling, we have to make you look major dramatic.
Yes, please.
Oh, the shoulder's good. I'll have a look afterwards. The shoulder's great. Oh. Major cleavage.
Sorry.
Love the cleavage.
Oh, the cleavage, yes, I've always had that.
And you love bone things tight.
Yes, I do like to feel something touching me, and you know, you don't want it to be so tight it impedes the breathing, but it's just
Push
lovely
against the
to be able to feel the breathing apparatus, if you like, working against something.
No, we'll keep it sort of a bit wicked lady as well.
Yes, nothing round
No.
the neck, of course.
Keep
you
all
know.
that clear.
Yes.
You need that clear, do you?
Yes, you do.
She wants her foot knees hanging out, basically.
When he became the Phantom of the Opera, even Michael Crawford found it tough to master an operatic style. But he persevered with the help of his singing teacher, whose students include many top stars of musical theatre, Ian Adam.
Then one day we were working on a particular exercise, very high in the voice. He said, "That's what it's all about. Not to think I'm singing high, to think I'm in the focus of the voice." And you know, he's very bright, and from then on there was no looking back. Just both of you do for me. Yeah, don't think it's anything funny. It's like, think you were saying U-N-G. And if we do this, see how much power you get without pushing your voice. See, most people are doing, they're doing sound because you're getting... It's a really resonant, ringing sound, yeah? Can we try it? Now you're pulling up. That's wonderful. Into A. And that's higher than Rule Britannia. Now we'll get off and we'll get into the song. Jonathan, do you think we could... Now let's do as the loud blast, the blast that tears the skies.
As the loud blast that tears the skies, surfs back to roof. That's my little problem word.
No, not anymore. No, because you're going to connect it. It's like threading it through. When you connect that, the root going through there, it's to pull up inside yourself and connect inside your anal muscle. If you think you are dying to go to the lavatory, this is a terrible thing, and you think the only way you can keep it is by pulling up there. That's right.
I think you're all obsessed with your bottoms, quite honestly. Please, we were trying to have this
Shall we try that again?
Yes. As the loud blast that tears the skies, surfs back to thy native home.
Yeah, and don't do this with your head. Thy native home. Because if you bump your head around, it sends a sound around, you know.
3 weeks to the concert, and we nervously phoned America, where Michael Crawford was preparing his brand new show at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Pauline.
Hello, how are you?
Okay. How are you?
I'm very well. Very pregnant at the moment, but very well. Yes.
Not long to... We should talk fast, maybe.
Okay then, well, I've got a couple more weeks, so yeah, but... we're worried that we're going to be so nervous on the night, Michael, that we're not going to be able to do the song justice. How do you cope with nerves?
Go out and make friends with the stage first. I think that's a nice thing to do, is to go out on the actual surface that you're going to sing on and just know what it's going to feel like, know how far it is going to be to walk out there. The orchestra inspire you beyond belief. When you start to hear a large orchestra play, it just brings tears to your eyes.
Voice warm-ups. Have you got any particular favourite warm-ups that you like to do before we go out stage?
I think you keep humming. You positively must do a good warm-up. I usually start about 2 hours before I start, but apparently Pavarotti does 20 minutes, so maybe there's something I don't know.
So any last-minute tricks, apart from saying a prayer, or...?
Hold your backside very tight. Sing that
Just do that. Now support it on the way. Okay, that's great now, but we'll but arouse.
Will but arouse the generous flame to walk the warm and Irene.
Something we wouldn't be able to practice till the day was singing with an orchestra and a conductor. So we went to Oxford Town Hall to meet someone who's become a very famous conductor and just happened to be performing Rule Britannia.
Do you ever get nervous, Sir Edward, when you're conducting?
You always have a tension, yes. And it usually disappears directly you start unless there's some incident. Just the same thing if you're making a speech. You don't convey any passion or power or conviction to an audience unless you have got a degree of tension. The difficult people, of course, are those who've got so much tension they can't perform.
That's right.
Then you're not affected in that way.
Well, we're hoping we won't be on the night.
Could you explain to us who follows who, really, with the conductor and the singer?
Well, in my view, it should be the conductor is following the soloist. That should always be the case.
Don't take our eyes off him.
Never.
Well, you don't have to sort of glare at him in the eyes, because you want to look at the audience. The audience wants to see you. You just keep out the corner of your eye, and then you'll see. Now, the other important thing about it, of course, is the words. And the correct words are Britannia rule the waves. There is no S on it. Britannia rules the waves, which some people always thought it was. So the injunction to Britannia is rule the waves. In other words, keep these waves under control because they're very dangerous. And the audience loves Rule Britannia.
That's what everyone said at
least it's a song that the audience can join in, so we...
You're going to have an interesting time.
Sure we are.
With just a week to the performance, it was time to rehearse the verse we sang with Leslie and to meet our conductor, Stanley Black, who's appeared with symphony orchestras all over the world.
They're so game that they're really putting everything they have into this. So, I mean, normally, professionally, you would start with a small recital or a small concert, maybe a couple of hundred people, maybe your auntie in the front row. I mean, we're starting with thousands of people, or they are starting with an audience of thousands of people, and I think they may find that daunting, and nerves can play horrible tricks.
Your mama just...
That's mine! I just sang that.
Now, these pickups are really important. You know what I mean by pickups? You know,
Where you start.
the first note of each phrase. Each one. Because if they're really nice and firm, then it carries you through the whole phrase. And also, when, after the pickup, you very often then, for instance here, you get a run on one word, or one syllable. Now, it's very important to try, if you can, to give each of those notes a separate extra little attack. To kind of bounce off the pickup. Like that. It'll get you through, and then you'll be finished before you know it.
But another thing, you should be ready for the difference between singing to a piano accompaniment and singing to an orchestra. Singing on a piano, you're comfortable, you're easy, and you're familiar with the sound of a piano. It's comfortable, it's easy. With an orchestra, you've got 4 different types of sound: strings, woodwind, brass, percussion. But try not to separate them anymore. Try and listen to it as a whole orchestra, as a complete sound.
The day we'd hoped would never come had arrived. The concert was a sellout, and in 4 hours' time, Pauline and I would be walking onto the platform at Kenwood in front of 9,000 music lovers.
So there were 2 very frightened divas joining Leslie Garrett on stage for rehearsal with Stanley Black and the Wren Symphony Orchestra.
Leslie Garrett, Pauline Quirke, and Linda Robson. How's it going?
How can we see you? We can't even see you, can we?
It's very unusual to find singers that want to see a conductor, don't you think?
I'm not going to come in if I don't see him.
You will.
We do all that with these and all that.
Oh, hysterical actresses, come down.
So, yes, go. When Britain first attempts
They're keen at these English heritage concerts. As we rehearsed the song, people were already arriving with their picnic baskets to claim the best spots.
It would be an evening of good wine, good food, and good music. If Pauline and I didn't put them off.
Everything felt so different, and by the time we got to my verse, the nerves were really taking hold.
Hey, you're 40 times.
I won't do it tonight, Stanley, I swear. Cathy just ran a great show.
Please God. By 7 o'clock, there wasn't a blade of grass to be seen. 9,000 people isn't the most comforting sight for 2 first-time classical singers.
Just have a little more. Please have a little more.
Please, you've got to have a look, because I've had a look now and I feel sick, so I want you to have a look and feel sick as well. That's it.
You boss! There's millions of people out there. At least we had some supporters. Tony de Brett was out there, and Peter Policarpo had come to cheer us on. While some members of the audience had been asked to give their honest opinions, opera fan Derek Jameson was there, and the television music producer and presenter Humphrey Burton.
We weren't on till the second half, but once the concert began, the time started racing by. I feel sick. I feel really sick. Got butterflies. I didn't sleep last night. I spent most of the afternoon in the loo. Apart from that, I'm fine.
Can't wait to go in the dentist. A really bad dentist. That didn't train at dentist school. And doesn't like me. That's how I feel. He's whipping them up to a frenzy out there. Oh, I don't know how to break it to Lindsay, but they're coming every 5 minutes now, the contractions. Shall I tell her this? She wouldn't find it funny, I don't think. Is that the interval? Is that the interval? It's come round quick. Are they speeding up out there? So that all the bingo stuff.
My heart is over there, right on that stage back there at the moment. Just so much luck.
What's it doing? Loud. It's not here, is it? Where's the ladies? We're getting nervous. You were wonderful. We were listening.
Nothing we can do about it now. We'll try and relax, and I'm keeping everything crossed. Everything.
Oh, look at you!
Isn't it nice? Princess. Fabulous. It's like a fairy tale dress, isn't it? Shame the voice doesn't match it, really, is it?
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Take your time.
Pass over my lacy stay-ups.
Lacy, please God, they stay up. I think we should drink this before the show. I wish I was really that fit. Oh, I love it. It's all from Kiri.
And it's a can of one.
Lovely. Don't touch us till afterwards, love Kiri. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Still more majestic shall thou rise.
What is it?
3 minutes to go before your number now.
3 minutes?
Just after this piece. So if you'd like to make your way round to the other side of the stage.
We've got to go. We've got 3 minutes.
I'm not serious, honestly.
Remember the words and enjoy it. Right.
Breathe.
Breathe. It's a song.
Breathe.
Now, open heart surgery we've got to perform.
This is your last performance before the label.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless. That's nice. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's us now, isn't it? It's us now. It's us now. 5 minutes, it'll all be over.
Should I go on now?
Tonight with their full symphony orchestra, and we're pleased to present Pauline, Quirke, and Linda Ross.
Well, I count there's at least 9,005 out there.
That's just your family.
No shame.
Oh, Jennifer. Come on.
All the laurels tonight are theirs. They should savour this moment.
Let's face it, they're not curated carnivores, but they can be a very creditable job of that.
They looked so great standing there, didn't they? In front of this huge crowd who responded to them. And I thought it was every bit as good as the last night of the proms.
There they were, standing against Leslie Garrett, who's one of the world's great sopranos, and they still managed to stand there and not falter and keep at it. That's one of the things that you've got to hand to them. They've got courage, and they've got this Yiddish word chutzpah. They've got the nerve to come and do it. And bravo to them.
They enabled the audience to enjoy themselves, and that's what it's all about. And